What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Starlight Digest, a podcast bringing you line talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 126, being recorded on September 13th, 2021. I am your host, Darth Butcher. I'm joined here with Scott Solo.
What's up, nerds?
And blast from the past. I can't believe he's here. Everybody, warm welcome back. Ernie, the Fallen Fett, is back.
Thank you.
Welcome, dude.
Thank you.
I miss you.
I miss you guys.
Oh, my God.
I missed you guys a lot. I missed Star Wars chat. I missed everybody in the pit. It's been, I know it's been a long 6 months, but
yes.
Hey, I'm back now.
You're here.
Yeah,
it's amazing, dude. I was just like, how do I do this, dude? How do I intro Ernie back in? You know, because it's just been a minute.
Man,
you know
myth,
what I mean?
the myth, the legend.
Yeah,
like I was never gone. I just had to take a little break.
Our pit misses you. Look at the comments. You know that they miss you.
Yeah, what's up, guys? How's it going?
This is awesome. Chris, the Grand Admiral Thrawn, he might be joining us a little later. He's got a little bit of traffic issues, so he might be jumping in later. So hopefully that happens, and it'll be the four of us because again, Joey can't make it today. He's also stuck in traffic. So California, there you go.
Woo.
No matter where you live on Tatooine, we live on Tatooine, but there's still traffic. Go figure.
Yeah, bad. I hate it.
Yep.
Before we get started, Scott.
Yes, sir.
We have a Patreons we want to shout out.
We do. We want to say a special thank you to all of our Patreon members. Without you, all of this wouldn't be happening right now. So let's give a very special shout out to Justin, the Vanilla Thunder, Mervine, who was at Disneyland yesterday with us, but he wasn't with us. He was just there.
He was on the other side.
We couldn't find him. We've got Gavin Connor from the Holy Hour podcast. We've got Don and Brady of the Escape Pod podcast on the Red 5 Network. Awesome. Rebels and Lions, that's Crystal Lamphere, Brandon and Anya Epler, and AJ from the Forbidden Panel. Thank you very much for joining us. And if anybody else wants to join us on Patreon, go to patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest Podcast. And, just toss us a couple of dollars, and all of that money goes back into the production of the podcast or other supplies we might need to bring you more joy, more Star Wars joy.
Right. Well, you see where that money, we got Ernie back. So
my contract went through. So
his contract with negotiations.
Very much. Right. So
your hard-earned money is being worked on. I like what
we've done with everything. Yeah. And it brought me back, so that's very cool.
Exactly. Exactly. Took a long time.
I appreciate it.
He wasn't
and what's
moving.
up to Mervine too, man? That's cool. I wish you guys could have met up with him. Mervine's a great
it's
guy.
funny. We got back. Scott and I got back to Disneyland. Mm-hmm. We got back to Batu, right? Ernie, you've been there. Scott's been there a couple times. That was my first time back since the closure. You know, so what? Almost 2 years, I guess. Yeah. And it's fantastic. I had a blast. We got on Rise of Resistance, of course, and in our TikTok and our YouTube, Scott posted a little montage of Rise of Resistance, so it gives you guys a little bit of snippet of what you're missing out on. To really try to get those boarding passes and get in there because it's still mind blowing.
I've been back 3 times and I still haven't yet.
Yeah, you've been to Batu East, but
I got web slingers, but I didn't get Rise.
Next. Yeah.
7 a.m. that virtual queue opened, and I am in the passenger seat as Mooch here is driving, and 7 a.m. bam, got it immediately. We were still group number 102.
Yeah.
102, but we got in at noon. By noon?
No, we were off of it by 12:30.
Yeah, 12:30. So they must have hit a 400 boarding party. So I mean, it's still it's
it goes, and then during the week, you're getting some late at night, which is very cool. But come a weekend when I can hit it, I keep trying. Someday I'll get it out here and like that. But it was great to be back. Yeah, I went back the first day, so ours was close to over a year and a half.
Awesome.
Bawled my eyes out. Needed it.
It's hard not to.
I felt like I wanted to scream, just like it was great.
Yeah.
And then we've been back a couple nights in between. I'll tell you, man, if we get any extra Patreon, I think we should put it towards getting the tram back.
Yeah, getting tires for the tram.
A mile to walk there every morning is
that's
it's not so bad in the morning. It's the thought.
No, it's
a mind control, right? It's the thought of like I gotta walk back to the car.
Yeah,
the trams used to be the best ride in the park, but
it's brutal.
I think next time I'm gonna bring some hustle, some hustle money.
Yeah,
and try and make some hustle money. I'm gonna stand at the end there with powder.
He's gonna come out there with
powder.
He's gonna come out there with
you see those ones at the end with the legs separated and everything, and it's like, oh, I feel you. I know what's going on.
Some rickshaws going out there or something.
Oh man,
right? Yeah,
like that. Yeah. Oh, that's
my God,
right there. Like, but you could say too, 500. Okay, here you go.
Exactly. I'll piggyback you 500.
Yeah,
let's do this.
But yeah, it's great to be back. Even though with all the different stuff and restrictions that's going on, it's still bought 2.
Right.
Yeah.
It's still very cool. I think it may have even upped it a little bit more with as far as you may not get the characters around, but Chewie and Rey walking around fixing the Falcon and then interacting in that way is cool.
Yeah.
Or, the top level. I think it gives it a little bit more. You got stormtroopers watching you, Val's around there. And then you got people from Batu sitting at tables waiting for you to start a discussion. Yeah. And the Sabak is back and they want to teach you. And so stuff like that is cool. Yeah. I mean, we are in a different world, but
we are, man.
It's very cool that they're trying their best and that we're able to go back.
Adapt or die, and that's what everybody's doing. We're adapting to it. Disneyland's adapting to it. We're adapting to it, and it's going to be good. I know, like I said, Mervine was there in the park, and he was on the other side of the park as we were in an hour wait for Space Mountain that ended up 38 minutes, Scott. So I won a bet right there.
He did.
And the winner gets to rub it in every 10 minutes.
Now nice. my wife and Darth Moocher here were teaming up against me and betting against me, and it's brutal, man. This was my birthday trip to Disneyland.
Right. I would have jumped up on too. And then the times have been a little bit off. The worst is when you walk up and it just closed.
Right.
And then you're walking away and they reopened it.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a.
Well,
all right.
I tell you what, man, whenever we first got there in the morning, the very first thing we hit was Indiana Jones. We walked right on it. Then we walked right on the new Jungle Cruise. Then we walked right on Pirates of the Caribbean and walked right on Haunted Mansion. Yeah. All of that done within the first hour before we even hit Batu.
Yeah. Which is great.
Yeah. And of course, we take the long way to Batu. You always take the long way to Batu because that's where your immersion will.
It's very dramatic that way.
Yeah, it really is. What's up to Santo1414 in the pit? He says on his way back from Disneyland and got to ride both Star Wars rides.
Beautiful.
Nice. Very lucky. See, you got one up on the Fallen Fett, Santo, because I still haven't. I did the Falcon that day. That's like a must.
Yeah, of course. Well, let's shout out the rest of the pit. We need to shout out the rest of the pit really quick.
The pit's in there being digested right now, right? So
that's right. Scott, we got Gordon in there. We've got Douglas Tupper. We've got Robert Vos. I think that's how you say his name. Sorry, Robert. Santo 14, of course. We've got Gavin Connor in there as the Holy Hour podcast. We've got Mando Mike has joined us. So Mando Mike's in there. And we've also got I think Don's probably watching at home and a bunch of other people. So cool. Thank you for joining us in the pit, everybody.
Absolutely. And, with our little Disneyland talk, I'm going to make it a point to, because we got passes and stuff, and we're starting to do our scheduling stuff, and I miss Mervine and at Santo. I'm assuming that's Anaheim Disneyland. So would be great to do a meetup. Look, let's meet up at 12 noon, and I'm gonna buy everybody who meets up a blue milk, a green milk, or the new Todarian Spice.
Oh, don't do that one. That one was gross.
That one, it was good.
That was nasty
to the very end.
My favorite still is Move Juice. That's my favorite. That tastes like a big stick melted.
Yeah, we couldn't get in the cantina because the cantina is a walk.
No, Move Juice is in the corner one.
Oh yeah. The other cafe, right? The
Docking Bay 7.
Okay, correct.
It's in there. Yeah. That's really good.
Well,
but you guys tried that new drink and it wasn't good.
I liked it. It was like it was green milk with Chile spice And at the bottom was either mango or pineapple. I don't know what it was at the bottom.
And it was salty as hell. It was gnarly. I took a drink of it, and I think it was just all spice. And I'm like, nope, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, he got the mouthful of chili powder on the but I drank the whole thing. It was awesome. And then again, I don't know if it was mango or pineapple, but it was so sour at the bottom. But it was like fruit chunks.
I'll take fufu drinks all day.
But I like the fact that they're adding stuff to it. You know what I mean? Like let's do that. Yeah. Add more stuff to it. It was good.
Hopefully someday they listen to us and we can get different periods in Badu.
We were talking about it. Like Scott, we were sitting there honestly going, look, change that banner, do this, done.
It's so doable.
Yeah.
And in your flyers, all it has to say are the app.
Right.
The app can say in Batu, right now you're in the time of Luke and Leia, and
man,
they're hiding out for here. Like, come on, we can do that. Mandalorian.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
that's exactly what we said. I said we could have the season of Mandalore. We could have the season of we could have
and seasons would be great. You're absolutely right. We get 4 seasons. Give us 4 different Batu. They would make their money so much because people who aren't us who have to travel there. And get there to see the different times are going to go.
Man, with the changing of the flags, that's an overnight change. That's not anything they have to completely shut down for.
Right.
I mean, the only thing that really would stand out is the radar dish on the Falcon. If they change, and they can leave it as is,
doable.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
It's still doable there.
It is very doable.
Right. It still
a crane overnight. Just
you got Vader, you got regular stormtroopers, you got Boba Fett. You have somebody dressed up like Luke and Leia. That's done. Mando, same thing. Oh my god, you can do everything.
They've already got so many of those costumes there already.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was calling out. Like,
and they can interweave it in the story, especially with the Mandalorian. Like Mandalorian's taking over Batu for the weekend. Like Mandalorian weekends. Where you have Mandalorians run scum and villainy.
The season
the season looks fantastic.
That's done. That would be great because. It's badly needed. It's great what they have there now, but it needs that extra something. You know,
completely agree.
We were promised so much. We were promised aliens and droids and everything, and we didn't get that.
Right.
So as much as I love Batu and everything, I'm already ready for it to change.
Yeah.
Not in that sense, but
there was a lot of talk before the COVID shutdown on that stuff, like adding more droids, doing stuff, and then I guess they had to take a step back. But at the same time, you guys had a year and a half to take a step back, right? I mean,
correct.
Yeah,
figure this stuff out. Yeah,
it definitely could have been done.
Right.
Yeah, Mando Mike totally could be not so much of indoor theme, but I mean, you can have bikers that's around, and you could just because Ewoks were on Endor don't mean that they travel. Look at Chewbacca,
right?
He's from Kashyyyk, the
Wookiee Porgs.
Correct, right? I mean, they're. So what? Yeah,
right.
You could literally do it all, and they need to.
Yeah, they do. They really need to encompass Star Wars in that land. I mean, Batu is a brilliant idea, but the theming it out, it just adds to it. Disneyland. I was going through a bunch of stuff, and they do this throughout the park anyway. They do the festival, the World Festival thing. That's of course Halloween time. I mean,
Haunted Mansion holiday.
Yeah, so it would make sense.
And that's just an overlay,
right?
So,
especially Life Day
here.
Yeah,
and you know
give
what?
us Life Day. Give us
Rise can stay Rise.
Right.
Rise can be a ride. Your whole immersion is the outside.
And
so
it's so separate. It's so separate from the rest of Batu, Blackspire.
Rise is a Rise. You can walk and do the transition of, okay, I'm going into between episode 7 and 8.
Right.
And this is
People will buy it. They know what's up.
And same thing with Falcon. You can have new missions done for whatever season it is, or you can leave that too.
Right.
It's Hondo. Hondo's a part of everything.
So from Clone Wars on.
Correct. So it doesn't even need to change.
Right.
Having Hondo and Chewbacca was very smart because there is no mention of anything else.
Right.
All it is that, hey, I need to get the Falcon back before Chewie realizes.
They do go up against the First Order, though, and they do say First Order. All you'd need is a new voiceover that says the Empire is here, because you see the back end of a Star Destroyer, and you see TIE fighters. That's it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the more noise we make, the more times we go. I'm hoping that Disney's they do a lot for the people. So I mean, they should be listening.
I can see it happening. It needs to happen a little bit faster.
Yeah, I don't think it's out of the question that they would do it. Honestly,
not for so long. They've changed a lot. They have, and they've continued to change in years. I don't know about you, Scott, because I know we're probably the ones who have gone forever.
Yeah, I've been a pass holder since 1996. So yeah.
Oh, see, and I'm 94, 93.
Yeah. So there we go.
I was 16. Well, as soon as I got my license,
it was our honeymoon.
I could drive. See, and so what I'm saying is, it's tripping me out to see the tattoos.
Yeah,
I don't know if you noticed that. It is.
Yeah,
it's a trip.
Especially on the canoes yesterday. On the canoes, they were.
Yeah, and I get it.
We don't talk about the canoes.
And I will never ever do the canoes again.
Hey, they got me on the canoes, and
I'll get you on those canoes.
You better buy me something to eat.
I will.
By the time I'm done,
I will.
I'm talking chicken dinner and everything. Not just a churro.
We took care of Marco's.
They did. They got me on the canoes, but then because I bought
already hurting.
Yeah,
You're just
I'm like
saying it.
But because we bought beignets earlier, and we had to work off that. I go, man, that's
just lean over the side, Marco. That's all.
I always try to drag everybody and turn the canoe left, but nobody would do it.
So I mean, it's just it's different times. I get it, so it can be done because that.
It's not out of the realms of possibilities.
You never saw the facial hair, the haircuts, and the biggest one for me was you never used to see them walking down harbor in their uniform.
Right.
That's weird, and you're allowed to do that now. You're at the corner of the stoplight of harbor waiting to walk in, and you're walking past a pirate.
Right.
On your way, they're going home and you're going in. And it's like,
exactly.
Okay. So, different times and everything. So come on, Disney. We've had Batu for 2 years. It's awesome. It's great. But let's get that moneymaker going and keep everybody enthralled in it.
Excited. Watch attendance rise.
And you know what? I'll tell you too, if you don't believe us, Disney, then send somebody there just to listen for the day, because you still have every time I've gone, where's Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Oh, where's Luke?
Yeah. Where's Boba Fett?
This? Correct. They just want it all to a natural fan. So if you're thinking it's going to mess it up, it's not going to mess it up.
And down in the marketplace, you can actually buy like Boba Fett's backpack or the jetpack. You can buy the gauntlets and all that. Why not have Boba Fett walking around?
Correct.
Yeah.
You say everything's immersed in a story. We'll write it for you. Jesus, just let us let it happen already.
So in the realm of listening, I'm going to change subjects a little bit, but the listening part is the key, right? Is the transition. I posted in our Starlight Digest Central the Hasbro live stream that happened to Star Wars. So all the collectors in our pit, this is their time to be heard right now of Star Wars merch and everything. So I'm not going to go into it as much, but I just want to tell you what's coming and what's not coming per live stream, and maybe a theory that I might have why.
We need to talk about this.
Yeah, so the live stream happened last Wednesday, and the vintage collection got a lot of love. If you're still in the 3 3/4 like Scott is, I don't know if anybody else is in the 3 3/4, but the only person I know is Scott. You got a lot of love on that end. The Black Series, the 6-inch, which I feel is their moneymaker, is their most popular item, still got the carbonized releases and the credit releases, which are like, here's the concept of Grief Karga. Here's the concept of the Mando. All it is like he's got a blue cape versus the brown cape or whatever, and here's you got a credit line. Okay, I understand that PulseCon is coming. Okay, maybe that's where they're saving the bulk of all the reveals and pipelines and stuff. What I'm concerned is, and I know you guys could be concerned too, is like, give us the hint that you hear us on the aliens and the droids and all these other things that we've been asking for years, correct? I mean, Ernie brought it up that the repaints and everything are and should be the exclusives, like the holiday Christmas figures.
Right. For a store like a Target or a Walmart, God forbid, or Best Buy or something like that. Yeah.
It's exactly how it should be done for an exclusive. What me and Scott have been used to. You have it's not a Comic-Con, which is very show oriented. You want to go get that exclusive. This is just an exclusive where you have a choice to go get it or not. And I understand it. That was okay, cool. If you want to, then here it is. But okay, you're waiting for the more, and we didn't get it.
Right.
You don't get them more. We got pictures of down the pipeline.
Yeah, and
which is
Yak
just
Face
ridiculous.
given us that info, months ago. The Mando Mike is one of those guys who'd bought
everything.
Everything, right? And he's saying right here, he's over the credits and the carbonized and stuff, like he's more stuff. Same thing with Gordon. Gordon's over. He's over the archive stuff. The archive stuff makes more sense to me because like someone like me who got into it a little bit late. Oh, cool! I can get these other figures, and look, they updated the sculpts and all that stuff.
I would rather they put them in the regular Black Series packaging though over the Archive Series packaging, because now I've got if I collect both, that's stand out like a sore thumb for those.
Well, that's for the
here's the problem though,
completionists.
Scott, that is going to happen, which is still upsetting to people because it's either one or the other. The problem with Star Wars is the repackaging that goes on.
Always has been,
and it always has been. You're right.
Always, yeah.
We've all matured, and I'm sorry, I've said it over and over like a broken record, but the Black Series was supposed to be for adult collectors, is specifically what they said. Yeah. And you're doing this repackaging over and over again, which is what we do, and it sucks because they are going to give it to you. They'll give it to you in archive, and then they'll give you your New Hope art series.
That's what drove me out of collecting Star Wars back in 2008 or 9. That's what drove me out. Was I had another 3 3/4 inch Farm Boy Luke, and I'm like, this is number 40. I'm done.
But he has the binoculars in this one,
because of that. That's how I feel right now with the Black Series. Because we migrated from that to here now. So I can totally get what you're saying as far as why I'd run it in this. Trust me, they're going to do that anyways. Because those other diehards will buy it. So it sucks. So give us one or the other. Now, on the other hand I always try and be both sides of it. And so on the other hand, an archive is good because they do go up high in price. So it's your chance to re-get that one. And then they fix face sculpts if it needed to be fixed.
That's what I like about it.
Now, correct. But the thing is then, why didn't we get that the first time?
I know.
This is really
technology. I like to give them the benefit of the doubt and say technology.
But it has been there, though. You're all in the same office. You're just in a different room, which sucks. Because I collect everything from Marvel Legends the same, which is what we were talking about earlier. I've had the chance to rap with the Marvel team. They listen to the viewers. They come on everybody's show. They're very cool. They've been collectors like us, and they try to hit all aspects from MCU to HasLabs to comic series to Disney Plus.
Yeah,
they'll hit it all. They give you hints to what's coming and everything like that. Instead, we got here's another recoloring. Here's a carbonized, which is your choice, and then you're waiting for more. And there was nothing. It's pictures.
Yeah, it's really shocking because Star Wars pipeline is immense. Okay, as far as like the content coming out. So what's the hold up? Okay, of them giving us a 5
prototype.
Well, no, like 5 or 6 characters in a wave that are Cantina aliens. What's the hold up? Why are they not?
There is none. They should.
Right. Why is it like here's a archive, here's a
gonna buy it, and then that's when you throw in Scott's redone Leia New Hope that just came out in archive, but now has the art one because I'll buy the case to make sure that I get all the aliens, and there's then your Leia, just one though, not 2 like they've been doing of Luke's and Vader's and everything. Right. But this is how it should be. I can't remember the last time that I bought a full case of Star Wars. It was probably me and Gordon fighting over it at Target.
Right, exactly.
Like for real. Yeah. Swear to Yoda. Like that is exactly right. It's been that long. And now I just pick and choose. And
same here.
The other big problem going into our rant is I've had to pick and choose and just order from a distributor or Amazon or online because the stores have nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Right. I mean,
from the chat
cry
Migos,
is
the toy Migos.
Right.
I hear it all the time on the toy podcast that I do of Ernie, why this, why that, and I'm like, dude, I'm in the same boat as you. I haven't got Star Wars in forever. I mean, so it's not just that's the thing now about all our YouTube shows and all of our Instagram and Facebook is you can see this problem is everywhere. Not just here in Southern California. We got it in New York. We got it in the middle of the country.
I was just in Boston, and there was nothing out there either. So
Yeah.
And yet you can walk into a store and find tons of Funko Pops that are Star Wars related. You can find all the latest Lego releases that are all Star Wars related. So it's obvious that it's not some kind of stranglehold put on the toy industry by Disney.
Right.
Because Disney's take it all, Lucasfilm, take it all. But there's something going on with Hasbro to where they just don't do it.
Well, like Douglas Tupper saying they want to charge you for more for what they already done. And this is the thing, because they came out and said already that the figures are going up to $24.99. Okay. Yeah. Because of this supply issue, or they can't. The figures are made, but they can't get them here. That's not just
Star Wars. That's everything. Right. I mean, that's from your wrestlers to where those are already $29.99. Yeah. Your legends are at $22 and $24 the same. Yeah. So that's a whole. That's everywhere. And I didn't mean to cut you off like that, though, Moocher.
No,
but
cool.
What I'm saying is that we can't count to that either, because that's everywhere. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? What it is it's us saying this sucks, getting mad like this, okay, I'm out.
Well, I would just like a little bit more transparency in the team that's handling this. Like the Marvel team comes out and says, we're trying to give you almost everything you guys are asking for. If even new stuff down the line, plus the old stuff, plus yes, their retro collection is taken off too. But like Star Wars was like when it first, I mean, it was like balls to the wall doing this stuff, but then it's now like, all right, now they just concentrate on troopers and clone trooper. Tell us they're in this. Like, I would love the fact, look, we're in this mode of giving you the gambit of clones and or troopers and whatnot, and then maybe we're going to switch gears into Jabba's palace aliens, Cantina aliens, Canto Bite aliens. It doesn't matter. Or and the reason why I brought up the slate down the line is because no one wants to. But what I'm saying is there's not a lack of future content when it comes to toys. Okay, that doesn't mean like, oh, if we give them all these aliens now, they won't buy them later. It's like BS, because you give those as now, and you got so many other shows that are coming out that you have content that we're going to consume, and then archive it later, reissue it. We'll buy. To me, and I know I get a lot of slack from this, but those Christmas ones that came out last year, I thought they were brilliant.
They're because fun. Why isn't there a Halloween
They're
set?
exclusive. Yeah, exactly. They're exclusives, and that's how exclusives should be. And it's taken existing molds, and repainting them and giving us new weapons. That is fantastic. I wish they would double down on that in the holiday season, and then stop doubling down on on this credit thing. That credit thing is, to me, is just and the carbonize is baffling. It's just dumb. That's why I don't like. I like the DC the multiverse McFarlane, but that McFarlane is so notorious for like repaints and recolors, and it bugs the crap out of me.
Yeah. But his stuff is selling.
Yeah, it is too. But
it's selling everywhere, even though he's made 150 Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
It's still selling. Go ahead, Scott.
See, and this kind of thing is what also the repackaging and the price hikes is what drove a lot of people out of the G.I. Joe, buying even G.I. Joe figures at retail during the 25th anniversary. You'd hear a lot of people saying, I'll just wait for Ross. Yeah. Because the figures were not selling on pegs, because they were so expensive, so hard to find. They were hard to find, and then they would come out and they'd be so pricey. Eventually, they'd end up at Ross, or the online exclusives would end up at Ross, and people just say, "I'll just wait for Ross," and it killed that line because they were not paying attention to people.
And you know what? Here's the thing for that again of listening. Yeah. They're trying to save the classified line, which was amazing as well too. Yep. They heard us bitch and complain about Target Cobra Island. And so what happened?
We're starting to get figures that look like the characters.
So, because why? Because we complained about that as well too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we not?
Big backlash.
Hardcore people of
backlash.
I get that you have the classified and it's new and you're trying to do a certain thing, which may or may not have been going off that video game.
Right.
But then they heard us and you had Cobra Island. And then it was like, whoa, wait, I can't get those at Target. Yeah. So then they made it, look, it's coming out. And if you didn't know how to get them, then I'm sorry. At that point, that was your own fault.
Right.
And you didn't try hard enough.
I picked up a Major Blood last week on clearance.
See?
What?
See? Which was great. Yeah. They listened.
Yeah.
They listened, and they're trying to switch it to stuff like that. So we'll keep it with the same of the new, but hey, you guys asked for more of what it looks like. Here you go.
Correct.
So that's, again, of the listening. And I'm
the
sorry
Star Wars
to say,
group doesn't listen.
Here we are in the Sarlacc Digest, and I'm sorry, you're not. You're not listening. You guys need to do an overhaul. You guys need to really revamp, because
if they take
we were the ones who were buying 25 years ago, which is now a new card for an anniversary that we still want to buy, and we're not doing it because it's the same thing.
Yeah, like I've been rearranging my Black Series collection, and I've been theming out my shelves for the first time. Like, here's my Empire Strikes Back shelf, here's my Return, and all that stuff. And I was saying this earlier pre-show to the guys, like, I was looking at my prequel shelf, and I'm looking at my prequel shelf, and I have one shelf for 3 movies, versus I have 2 shelves for Empire. And I understand Empire because it's Empire,
correct.
But at the same time, the prequels are fan favorites. They're
the
people will buy this stuff.
9 movies to make.
You could probably count 5 or 6 figures for episode 1. 5 or 6 for one movie? Come on. I mean, even Solo got more than that. Even Rise of Skywalker got more than that. What Hasbro would they need to do is take a look at the entire collection and go, look, where's the gaps? And it doesn't have to give us all at once. Spread it out. You're a business. I understand. Spread it out, but in these pipelines, I'm looking at it and go, there's nothing there that's filling in these gaps. You're just pulling the taffy further and further and stretching this. And then when like a Book of Fett comes out, how many figures are we going to get for Book of Fett? 1 billion.
Wait. How did we just have? No.
You don't think?
Know why?
Oh man.
No, listen to what he's about to say.
Right.
How popular was Mandalorian, and we don't have all those figures yet?
Very true. Because they were behind the gambit on that one.
Have a Hasbro Live for Star Wars, and you did not show a Boba Fett figure. But yet, a week before, I just ordered my import SH Figuarts Boba Fett.
Oh, it's out?
From Mando?
Pre-order?
Yes.
Ah, crap.
Do you see what I'm saying? And Hasbro hasn't even showed us one yet?
Yeah.
You haven't gave us Mando figures?
Let's look at this though, okay? Because I've been saying this for years about Star Wars. Let's take, for example, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's take He-Man Revelations. The episodes air especially for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The episode would air. You could go to the store the next day and find that character.
Yeah.
The He-Man Revelations, it came out a month later. Figures everywhere. You can get He-Man, you can get Skeletor, you can get Battle Cat, you can get Evil Lyn and Moss Man. There's more on the way, dropping like in a week or 2.
Yeah.
Why is it that the biggest toy store or toy company in the world, in quotes, can't quite figure this formula out? And I've been saying that for years.
I'll tell you what's going to happen, and I'm gonna reiterate my statement, meaning like what they're going to do. They're like the pendulum's going to swing. So before Mando, right? Mando is a huge success, and it took them forever, like Ernie said, forever to come out with figures, and it's still taking them forever. So watch Book of Fett come out, and the pendulum's going to swing the other way, and you're going to get peg warmers of Boba Fett.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. And then because they're going to go like, oh look, we didn't have enough, so now they're going to oversaturate.
As much as everybody rips on me with the love of Boba Fett and this and that, then why don't I have my figures? Why don't I have a Cobb figure? Why don't I have a
seriously?
That's coming.
Dude, they're in the pipeline.
Now, you could have gave me 3 different Bobas to make that money on.
Oh,
you could have gave me the dirty one, the new one, the Tusken Raider one. Boom, all right there. They just released 3 Boba Fetts, and Ernie has 6 of each. Like,
I have to blame the last 3 years of merchandising because of the like Solo and Rogue One and the sequels that they scared. Hasbro got scared. So I'm sure, like, again, they oversaturate and then they underdeliver, and then they oversaturate again and underdeliver. It's just like,
you know what, Marco?
Never ending cycle.
Excuse.
I know. I'm just looking
because,
at
no.
that,
I'm saying because we buy everything, and here's my thing.
Of course.
Here's my thing to that. If you saying that they're scared, to me that's BS. That's again marketing, because how do we get The Last Jedi and all we have is a dark ray?
Yeah.
We had no figures for a movie whatsoever.
No, we had the initial wave that came out, but that was truly it.
There's like 12 or 13 figures.
Yeah, there's Rey, Kylo. I mean, but they coupled it with the Mandalorian, because we had
for the very last movie.
Yeah, for the very last movie, the initial wave was Rey, Kylo, of course. But it was mashed in with Cal Kestis and with the Seventh Sister or whatever her name was. And
the gaming grades,
the gaming grades, yeah, exactly. So they didn't give us a full wave.
Gaming grades is cool to get other figures out there, but that's the way it should be with everything else in a regular wave. Mm-hmm. Give us comic. Give us Marvel comic characters. Give us Cantina. Give us movie. Give us Bad Batch. Give us Mandalorian show season 1, 2. Like, come on, we should be having all this. And what I'm saying to yours, as far as that's a cop out. Not that I'm attacking you, Marco. I'm attacking them.
I know.
What I'm saying is, they're trying to put the blame on us to say if things went toxic. We didn't like Rogue One. We didn't give Solo a chance.
Everybody
we didn't give the last movie.
And that's why I'm saying that's
we
their
still
excuse,
buy everything because NECA is full in with all Turtles from animated to movie, and everybody's buying it up. We got Mando and Gordon in the chat about all of their McFarlane Spawn.
Correct.
He's doing Mortal Kombat. He's selling out like crazy. We're still buying everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Me to buying Marvel Legends, from comics to MCU stuff to Disney Plus stuff. We just don't have it with our Star Wars, which is sad.
Yeah, which I'm saying, I'm just saying, like, that's there. I'm sure it's a bunch of suits around the table looking at numbers. They're not like I said, the Marvel Legends team are the fans make it for fans, and the suits around looking at the numbers are like, look, we oversaturated here. We lost so much money, so we're going to scarcely do this. And oh my God, Mando is such a success. We screwed up, and I think they're gonna swing it the other way. It's just a bad way of doing business.
They're still screwing up with that because they gave us figures from Rogue One that looked horrible.
Yeah, they did.
And now
they're redoing them.
Barely are we getting Rogue One figures with the whole team, and they got it right. Yeah. Then you gave us Rebels figures that weren't cartoon-like, but you're trying to make it cartoon-like just give us what we want. We'll buy a 6-inch cartoon figure. Like, why would we not?
Exactly.
Like, we had those figures that just hit Target, the Clone Wars figures, and I don't know, man.
All right, well, I'm sure that as we'll continue to monitor the situation and all that.
When will Disney take a look at it, though? When will Lucasfilm take a look at it? When will they see what's going on? Everybody wants to say that Disney is this big controlling company that wants to micromanage everything. Well, and the proof's in the pudding with Hasbro here. They don't. They're very hands-off.
Just like so I forgot who said it in the chat. They said as long as people keep buying it, they're looking at the numbers, the bottom line. If they're in the black, business as usual. Okay.
I don't get how they're showing any numbers without it being on the shelf. In all honesty, the last couple of years, I don't know where these numbers are coming from.
Yeah.
In all honesty, there's another thing, because I can't remember the last time of when we were all collecting at the same time to say, "Hey, Mooch, do you need this? Scott,
that was years ago.
You need this?"
Years ago,
because I have it right here. Oh, if not, then I'm going to call Gordon. I'm going to give it to Gordon.
100%, dude.
Mando Mike needs 2. Oh yeah, there's 4 here. I'll get 1 for each of us and like that, and we're cool. Oh wait, hey, there's a guy who just came in the aisle. I'm going to hook up him up with 1.
Absolutely,
and like
man.
That dude, like that.
It hasn't been like that in a long time, and it's getting dangerous in the fact that I don't know. Ever since the Toys R Us closure, everything's gone downhill on the Star Wars end. But I don't want to keep it negative on the show. Because I'm not
trying to, just putting it out there to.
Yeah, I think we're putting it more
reality of the situation.
If somebody does listen, like, come on.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we talk about everything Star Wars. Star Wars is their life.
Correct.
And what sucks
collecting
is
a big part of it.
All that I heard in the toy community part of it, as I'm over there a lot more, is we really put them down. We were really disrespectful. I can't believe people were making comments like that in the live. That's what sucks now.
Well, those lives are toxic. Those lives are terrible.
And this is why, though, because of exactly what we're talking about in this type of manner.
And then the next life, they'll repeat the same stuff.
Correct, and that sucks. And
they go like, okay, what did we say? We said this. Oh, look at the chat was live. Okay, next
bring back Cara Dune. Bring back Cara Dune. Bring back Cara Dune. Bring back Cara Dune.
Yeah. Or in the next live stream, they'll be like, okay, in the next wave of the Carbonized collection, we'll have this. We're like,
right. And that's what I'm trying to say is, we talk about in this context, not to be negative, but we've been doing this You know, since we were kids.
Yeah, this is
literally since we were kids of buying this stuff and doing that.
In 3 days, I'm going to be 47 years old. Okay. And Star Wars came out, I was 3. So that's 44. And, you know, the figures came out in 78. So 42 years of nonstop Star Wars collecting. And they're making me freaking insane, man. With
at the same time, I have patience in this too, because
I don't anymore. You know what's hard with the patience thing, Marco, is taking a trip to Frankenson's last weekend and seeing all the PulseCon stuff there.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I saw the Cantina set, which was great. I saw Trapper Wolf in his X-Wing, which was great, and that's awesome like that.
But still,
and then you ask how much it was, and it was $500.
Yeah, I know.
And then it was $275 for this, and it's like that. I saw the Grievous, the cartoon Grievous on the card, and I was like, oh, 150.
Yeah, that what frustrates me the most right there is that. But what I'm saying, patience is eventually I think they will give us what we want. But again, it's the long game for them. I sometimes fear that they have that sense of, if we give it all to them within the next 5 years, we'll be out of a job. But obviously that's not true.
We know that 54 weeks of new Star Wars content coming next year.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. They should get over that hump, because look at down the line what the content's coming out and all that stuff. Anyway, we're gonna bring that. Of course, again, like Ernie said, you know, Star Wars is what we talk about. Collecting is a big part of Star Wars. So we wanted to bring this to it. And Hasbro, if you are listening to the fans, and if you are really, you know, trying to cater, then I think you should take a second look at when you do these releases of carbonized and credits and repackaging. I love the packaging, but I open my stuff, I really don't care. And it puts a lot, you know, Scott's a graphic artist. He knows what the effort puts into it. But at the same time, you've got to go forward too. You can't just continuously be stalemated or go backwards and fix things. You give us like forward 5 steps and go back 1. Forward by, you know what I mean? Give us 4 good waves and then 1 archive wave. 4 good. I mean, there's a lot of content there, was what I'm saying. So, but with that again,
and
I'm
there's
sure
still
we'll
a lot
continue.
of content that could come up.
Yeah,
we got brand new video games.
That's what I'm saying. Whoa, we're gonna switch to that right now.
I still got it.
I wish I could swear right now, but holy beep and beep, you know. What made me the most happy, I'm going to switch gears, guys. Sorry, Pitt. I know the Pit's full of collectors too, and again, we're gonna continue this conversation too. But I'm going to switch gears because we news dropped this last week of a remake of Knights of the Old Republic, right? And it's the remake of the original Xbox exclusive that's going to be on PS5. Oh, that's
which
ironic.
I don't have.
So PS5 is going to get the exclusive that it was originally an Xbox. But anyway, Knights of the Old Republic is getting a remake, meaning from the ground up. This isn't just updated graphics. This is updated graphics, probably updated storyline, missions, whatever you. Oh yes, Cliff. Cliff says PC 2. Yes, I think it is confirmed that it's on PC also. Which
did it get confirmed? Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is confirmed. Which Cliff and I are PC players, so I'll be getting on that, obviously. What's exciting is that when you open StarWars.com, and the first thing you see is Revan standing in your face, and there's a trailer of that, and I was just so giddy on that concept, because to me that's a affirmation that Revan is still part of this world that we live. The Knights of the Old Republic and the Old Republic and Revan is still part of this thing going forward. And I've telling Scott this weekend about Old Republic. If they bring Old Republic right, and Cliff will contest to this, he will agree that they gotta be true though. They really have to be true to the source. They can't bring in people that are going to do their own thing or really change Revan's story to whatever. They really have to, because it's pretty good as it is, and the story is great as it is. So I anybody who has not played Knights of the Old Republic, this is your chance to go in there with updated everything and see how well Old Republic is going to come into the fold, especially if they switch it to canon. Like if they go, maybe because if they're rewriting this whole thing to bring it to canon, that would be an amazing revelation when they launch this. I don't think there was a launch date, but if they go here, Knights of the Old Republic remake. but this is canon. So we change things to fit in the canon
fit
world.
The new
I will
universe.
be mind blown. And then, oh, guess what? And there's a trilogy coming with the Old Republic 2 down the line. Like, okay, I'm sold. I'm good. That would be awesome. But just seeing Revan on the StarWars.com page was amazing. So
I've got nothing to add because I've never played the game. I think he does look very cool though.
Makes me excited. Okay. It makes me exciting that you're going to hopefully, even if you don't play it, you'll see the stuff online. You'll see, you'll. I'm sure that stuff's going to happen. You know, I think that's going to it excites me to know that you're going to know the story and you're going to hopefully play through it, or if not, live vicariously by someone who's playing like me. Just watch. I might stream it. I don't know. I've got good internet now, so. But yeah, I mean, live like and learn it, and then when a movie or a series does come out, it's like, oh hell yeah, because I'm a firm believer that the Revan story could revitalize the good and bad versus whatever Star Wars. I think the public would eat it up, but they got to do it true to the source. They really do have to stick to the source on this one. They can't just like, here's Revan and he's a space pilot, and it's like, okay, man, I might be out, you know. But that was awesome. So again, I don't know where you guys lie in this. If you're excited for it, or is it just another video game? It's not, to me. It could be something bigger.
To me, it's just another video game. But I'm excited for you guys. I truly am, because I know how much people like Tommy and you know, Joey and you guys, how excited you are about Revan, and how much I've heard nonstop over the last several years about how great Revan is, even though he flip-flops between dark side and light side and memory loss and knowing who he is, whatever. Yeah. I'm just excited that you guys are getting something cool, and I'm going to live vicariously through you guys.
Yeah, I just don't want you to be like jaded by it. You know what I mean? Because of how much everybody talks about it and be like, it's so much. And then when you see it, you're like, well, that's not a big, I just don't want that reaction. I want you to be excited for it, and Ernie be excited for it, and be like, yeah, you know what? I've been hearing about this, and I'm in. I'm all in, because especially if they bring it to canon. And I want to say they're going. I mean, I want to put it on it right now. They could have easily just remade the video game, or not even touched it. They could have just left it alone. But because I don't think it's going to be that big of a seller on the video game front. But you make it canon.
They put his name in Rise of Skywalker, didn't it? In the visual dictionary.
In the visual dictionary, the fleet of Star Destroyers were named after Sith Lords, and Darth Revan was one of them. Absolutely.
So that's one of them. He's definitely back in canon. If they're doing this video, this new game, I don't see why they couldn't make it canon. It takes place so long ago. Place so long ago, it doesn't have any bearing whatsoever on the trilogy, or the three trilogies that we got, the trilogy of trilogies that we got. It has no bearing on it whatsoever. That's like my Tales of the Jedi. I still say that's canon because it has no bearing at all on our holy trilogy. You know, it doesn't. So why the hell not?
Yeah.
Make it canon. Make it so.
Yeah. Cliff, that and the Bane trilogy, God, I want to see the Bane trilogy on screen.
Yes.
Cliff said that, and this opens up the door for that. Like I said, I think we talked about this last week, was let's go backwards instead of forward with the story. We're getting a lot of original trilogy and around the original, which is great. You know, everyone likes it. They're going to eat it up. Book of Fett, Mando, Kenobi, Ahsoka, all that stuff is going to reside in this 30-year time frame, or 40 or 50-year time frame.
Keep that on Disney Plus.
Yeah. And then now we're going to go back to 3,000, 4,000 years ago, when the Sith Empire and the Galactic Republic, you know, were Sith were abundance, Jedi were abundance, and they're at war, and it's like politics on both sides. And then Revan is that mainstream hero that goes it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. So, and I think that could revitalize.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a chance, which is great. I mean, we have Star Wars toy collectors like Scott and I who want more for that, and you do have Star Wars video game people who are into it. Now, here's the thing, that when this whole thing switched to Disney, the last ones that we've got out had to have been canon. So it's great that this is coming out to turn out like that, because we can. So this is a chance for for it to be in canon in video game form. But not only that, then books and comic series.
Correct.
And to see the popularity of it jump from there, then we can get a movie.
I'll launch a whole new campaign.
Correct. Right.
And a whole new era.
And with everything on Disney Plus, we keep that on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So do you guys think that since they're releasing the Revan video game, that they're going to say, that's your Revan story? For the movies, we're going to do something. We're not going to touch Revan. We're going to do something else. Let's do Darth Bane. Let's do the Tales of the Jedi. Let's do what was that? The other one, the Origins of the Jedi series, where they were on Tython. Why don't we do those in movie form and let Revan stay in the universe he was created in? Let him stay in books and video games.
I think he's too popular of a character.
You think so?
And the telltale sign is them redoing the story from scratch.
I don't know. Here's how much
they are.
Here's how much popular we have an action figure of him.
Oh yeah, of course. We've had Revan figures for years.
Correct.
I understand what you're saying. I think I understand what Scott's saying.
No, the 3.75. I'm saying of now, of the new Black Series wise, and he just even came out in archive, which is great.
But if they release this video game and it's everything everybody wants, it's everything that everybody wants in Darth Revan. If they take that and they turn that into a movie, you know as well as I do, without saying it, how Disney has been changing things.
Right,
Disney
I understand what you're saying.
Or you know, not just Disney. Everybody has been changing things to fit different. I don't want to sound like an a-hole here.
No, I understand.
I'm waiting for it.
They've been changing ethnic. God, that sucks. I don't want to be that guy. They're changing things to make them more relevant to the demographics. Let's put it that way.
Well, and also, I understand what you're saying.
Will they change Revan to the point where he is not a recognizable character that you have in the video games? Let him breathe in his video games. Change everything else, but you know what I mean?
So
on that note, then give us a Revan movie, and at the same time, then give us an Asajj movie.
Right.
That would
Asajj movie would be amazing. Actually,
balance it out. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I get what you're saying, Scott. Because if you're going to keep changing and doing this and that, then give us a Revan movie and give us an Asajj movie.
Yeah. A balancing act.
Correct.
A balancing act.
Then you're on both sides and you can do Star Wars again. And to that point, we'll eat up anything. We'll go to anything, which is cool. And then that suffices the other end of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
for all those corporate people and all of that side.
I guess it's the telltale sign is going to be if Lucasfilm decides to make this remake canon. Okay. If they make it canon, then they have no choice to stick to whatever this remake is going to be. If they change it to where it's unrecognizable as a character and it's just the name, like you were saying, like that's my fear too. It's a big fear of them changing it to the point, not even like the social commentary, but changing the story, his origin story so bad that it's not even Revan anymore, and saying this is canon. Everything.
If
they don't have their ear to the ground, then it's dead in the water. It's dead on arrival.
Everything that you guys have told me about Revan, it's like, it's cool. It's convoluted. It's very convoluted. There's a lot of flip-flopping. There's a lot of going back and forth. They would have to streamline it. And I'm afraid if they streamlined it also, it would take away a lot of what you guys want as far as the movie goes.
Well, so the games are pretty straightforward, but the books made it convoluted. Like that's what made Revan complicated. And like, okay, stop doing this. It's like the EU of the games, right? That's what did. So you can take Knights of the Republic 1, 2, even to the MMO. There's some things in there, but again, to me, what they're doing is they're taking this game and they're given an opportunity to introduce the world to what this is. But you got me thinking, because you're right in a sense. If they do it all together, why make a movie of stuff they've already given us? They're not going to do that.
Yeah. You know what? Here's a chance to change it in a video game format. And hopefully keep it enough that everybody's happy with it. Yeah. That someday we may get a movie so we've had original trilogy, we've had the prequels, and then we've had the new trilogy, correct? Then we've had Solo, which was still great. Yes. And then you get a story right before 4 that totally made 4 brand new again, A New Hope, with Rogue One, right?
Rogue One,
okay. Yeah. And then now we get Disney Plus shows that are expanding on that. And that's all been in the same thing.
Yeah.
So here's your chance with video games of changing it. But the real test The real test to see if this can expand into a Revan movie or taking it other places, is the new Vision series.
Mm-hmm.
This is going into anime,
which is not canon, but yeah,
correct. But this is a chance. We haven't had this yet. This is going into anime. This is switching up the story a little bit with characters and everything. And if this gets accepted and is liked by all and is very highly popular, then we have that chance to go ahead and expand and do things differently.
Yeah, in my way, okay, there's an existing fan base for Knights of the Republic, but it's kind of small. All right, it is a niche market.
They're loud.
It's old. It's old though. I mean, it goes back 20 years from the Xbox game, and or less than that a little bit. But it's a smaller niche of a demand. What I'm saying is, like, man, I wish the world would kind of like. There's a story there that that Lucasfilm and Disney could really just like give us an introduction of this ancient or 3,000 year war before, 4,000 years, and expand on this and using Revan as the catalyst, as the Skywalker, right? Like, as the main person you're going to follow through a trilogy or a series or whatever. Maybe the game is just a one shoot that has nothing to do with their future plans, meaning here's the game, the remake, because it's popular, but we're actually going to make a Revan series
and then
that's going to have origins. Yeah, and maybe they're just going to use something where Revan's name is in it and is not really involved in it. I don't know. Because
I think that would upset more people than
well,
please.
It'll upset me if they just twofold, right? Yeah. You have the game, which lays out the whole story of Revan, and then you make a movie which lays out the whole story of Revan. You're not doing anything other than putting it on this big screen. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's going to be popular.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
At the same time, then I'd rather scrap the video game and just give me a movie. You know what I mean? But use the video game source as we know, and then you guys can experience it brand new on the screen. And I think that would work.
I think this is to appease everybody that wants to see Revan on the big screen or on the small screen. I think that's what this is. I honestly think that.
So they're doing both twofold?
I think this video game is your shot to see Revan. Yeah. I think that's it.
That disappoints me.
That it's, I think that it fills a niche that new people can see the Revan thing, the Revan story, and then they can do something else that frees them up to do something else, something older, maybe maybe eventually they'll get to Revan.
See, and that's why I hope that everybody can accept Visions and take it as, cool. That was way different. But that's going to be cool because, I mean, we have that coming out in a couple of weeks. And I think I'm so on board with it. And like Mando Mike's already saying it's already lost him. See, and I hope that it does take off because then this could expand into other things.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at more Visions. I'm looking at, okay, if Visions went off without a hitch, then we can definitely start doing other stories.
Yeah.
We can start doing different things now because people are accepting of it.
Yeah. Speaking of Visions, check out that poster.
Right.
That's cool.
Poster drop.
You know what? Mando says it's lost him already, and I understand. Anime is not his. It's not his.
Not
thing.
mine either.
It's not my thing either. But you know what? After seeing the preview for it, I am an animation fan. I love animation. I'm not necessarily an anime fan, but I'm willing to give it a shot because how much I like animation and how much I love Star Wars. So I'm going to watch it. I'll complain about what I don't like.
I'm on board with it.
Rave about what I like.
And the guys totally want me to watch all of their stuff all the time, and I just can't.
Yeah,
I can't. The stepdaughter is into it huge right now. Anime is such a big thing right now and growing bigger and bigger every day. But I saw this and I'm excited for it. Like, I can't wait either. And I want to see the difference and give us a different story and want to be accepting of that.
To me, anime began and ended with Robotech back in 1985, and that for me that was it. I'm good. I don't need any more anime. No Pokemon.
I'm not a fan of the anime style, but I'm giving this my full attention because I don't think it's going to be bad. I don't think
if I hadn't watched Resistance, I'm going to watch this.
And I freaking watched it. I watched that show.
Correct. So next, was it Wednesday? Wednesday, right? The 22nd?
Is it really already?
Nice.
I
think so. That's when this drops. And I don't, again, nothing is said that
and I'm going to watch it. I'm gonna watch it in Japanese and English. Like, do we all? Like, I want.
I love it.
Did you watch the trailer in Japanese?
Oh
no,
they have that out there, and they have the poster.
Yeah,
dude,
cool.
it was a whole right, correct. I watched it and I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing both.
Yeah,
like
this is
man.
So Star Wars doesn't do good overseas, in the Asian markets. You know, China and so this is a good way of
China
honestly,
specifically. I think
China specifically, they don't really. It doesn't catch like Marvel does over there. You know.
Yeah.
And this is a very good way of getting that different kind of style and animation out there. You know what I mean? Just like what Scott said, what Robotech did to America, right? Because anime wasn't a big thing here until Robotech came out, and it made anime and manga good here, and maybe that will get Star Wars good overseas. And of course, the overseas market says a lot too. I'm excited for it because it's content. It's new. It's different content. It's new content. These are going to be side stories. I'm all in. I'm still thinking that this is all going to be a one dump. Like here's this Visions, 8 episodes, 10, whatever it is. I don't think it's going to be weekly, but
I can tell you, I can confirm that for you right now because I have episode names and release dates.
Oh, okay. Confirm.
Episode 1 is called The Duel.
Okay.
Episode 2, Lop and Ocho. Episode 3, The Tatooine Rhapsody. Episode 4, The Twins. Episode 5, The Elder. Episode 6, The Village Bride. Episode 7, Akikiri? Sure. I apologize. I do not know how. Episode 8, T0B1. Episode 9, The Ninth Jedi. And an unnamed episode 10. And all of them will be released on September 22nd.
Yeah. That's what I.
So it is.
That's what I.
It is a dump.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of like expecting. Is like here it is, and that's great, and that's what I wanted in this. I really did,
especially since they're shorts.
Let me binge this. Let me get into it, and
you know what? Bringing T-Bob into it really will work. He was probably our first introduction into anime style, right. So you know what? That works. I'm down with it.
Yeah. No, this would be cool, and
he's going to turn into a scooter. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
R2's friend, and Luke rides away with him, and all and
R2's like,
yeah. So
the fact that this isn't canon, it kind of excites me even a little more because we're going into is kind of like, hey, it is what it is. It's a blank canvas, and we don't have to dissect it. You know what I mean? Which we will.
They have the story, and they're going to change it.
Yeah,
and they're going to do this and that. And I'm with. That's what I'm saying is. Let's go for it then.
Yeah.
In this day and age that we're in, let's try it out. Let's see what it is. And then, like I said, hopefully this gives us a chance to get other things.
Right.
Hey, they gave us our first Clone Wars animated series that we love back.
Yeah.
And they said this isn't canon, but this is cool, which it was very cool. Yeah. And now we'll get that.
We can still fit it in the canon.
Mando Mike, I'm going to hold you to that. He said Mando Mike's going to give us a review in the digest, so I'm going to hold him to that because.
Hey, we should have Mando Mike as a guest on the show and have him do as a bleeped out review.
Well, like on guests we can't control if they want to, but I can't say that.
I can
they'll take full advantage. They'll take
right.
Full advantage.
Yeah.
No, that comes out next week. We don't have a release date for Knights of the Republic. All we have is a confirmed remake and the fact that it's a ground up remake. I just kind of want to add to this that this news of a remake has been in the works for years and years and years. Rumors. And then there was a fan site that was doing it themselves. Like, we're going to do it ourselves. And then, of course, Lucasfilm's like, well, I guess we'll just do it. So with the new addition to Lucas Games coming back, right? Or Lucas Arts, I guess, the division come back, they're going to take full control over this now. And of course, it's not them doing it. It's another studio. The gaming front's heating up, I believe. We also have the Terrifying Tales, the Lego Terrifying Tales too. The trailer dropped, and I just kind of want to briefly mention that because it looks so fun. If you haven't, and I'm afraid to even launch it here on YouTube to make us watch it because we get flagged every time we do something like that. So. Do yourself a favor, go on StarWars.com and watch the Lego Terrifying Tales trailer. It's a tongue-in-cheek, funny Lego like you would, but it's like a hut opened up a resort on Mustafar and Vader's castle, and Vader's a real animatronic, and it's just like so freaking brilliant. It's not even funny.
Christian Slater cast as Ren.
Yeah.
What a perfect bit of casting. If
I
they
watched
were
this
do a
trailer
live
and
action
I was,
Ren, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
I didn't know that's who that is, dude.
Yeah, I watched
I can't
the
wait for it.
Yeah, dude, I was just like, oh my god, this is perfect. This is exactly what we need. I'm in. So
I love all the Lego stuff. So if you know
dude,
all the Lego stuff in the past,
yeah,
here's a special Halloween special, which is great. Give us more. Hopefully, there's a Christmas one.
Absolutely. Well, they did last year, so they'll maybe, yeah. So
Give us a new one.
Let's wind down a little bit here, but yeah, the first half of the show, we had a vent, man. There was some venting in the Disneyland and the Hasbro site, because we enjoy this so much that sometimes we see it beyond our own eyes, and be like, look, if I'm not enjoying, I don't think it's going to work on the populace, right? Or on the other hand, like, I think this could use some more love, because Star Wars, people want to share it and bring it in. It's, if we're complaining about the lack of product from Hasbro, it's because we want to buy more. It's not that we just want to complain that you're repainting stuff. It's like, you guys you're not giving us these things that we will spend money on. Like, we'll drop $120, $130 on a wave of figures versus picking and choosing now what we're doing.
What's the movie Field of Dreams? If you build it, they will come. If you make it, we will buy it.
Why? The question is, why is it lost on this team? I kind of want to answer.
They're taking the cheap and easy way out. That's it. I'm sorry, we're getting back into the rant again.
Yeah,
I'll stop.
Do they have like this abundant, like these totes that of just brief cargo parts that they have to just repaint? I mean, did they order that many grief cargo by accident? And
we haven't even talked about that yet. I mean, that's another good point. Adam Urban Spidey, he made that great point of the clone trooper that they showed is the old mold.
Of course,
it's not even the new articulated one or anything.
Yeah,
again, of comparing stuff. Mm-hmm. Again, Marvel showed this morning all the new Spideys that are coming out on the very articulated mold, because it was our chance to fix things.
It's like giving us a new stormtrooper and then going back to the old mold.
Right. We're not giving you the same one. We're giving you new Spideys and on the better mold, which would have been great for all those clone troopers, where we can have tons of clone troopers too, but put them on the correct one.
Yeah. I'm actually getting tired of I'm actually getting tired of the clone trooper releases. I'm like, I don't want to see any more right now. I want to see some aliens.
Well, again, another moneymaker is we put out for Hasbro Pulse. We're supposed to be getting a HasLab Rancor.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Which is all over the place, because on that end, I wish I had stuff to go for the Rancor. I wish other people who are now into it had to go with the Rancor. I mean, what kind of stretch goals are you going to give us? The Rancor Keeper? Ula, right? Like the given.
Maybe another Gamorrean Guard or Gamorrean Guard parts.
No, that's what I was gonna say. I don't want a damn Luke or a Gamorrean.
I don't either.
We have that, right?
Exactly.
But what sucks is you had Jabba as a SDCC exclusive in a very old one, and you haven't re-released that for people able to get that. Correct? Yeah. Like, come on,
100%, 100%, man.
We don't even have a bid for Tuna. Nope. Like, you're gonna make him a stretch goal.
Yeah,
correct. But when should we have not already have had him?
Yeah, we should have had it probably like first or second wave of the Black Series in general. I'm sorry.
The only thing that'll get me into this Rancor will be stretch goals, because I like I said last week when we covered this in detail, this is my Black Series collection. I don't have room for a Rancor.
Yeah.
Right.
And if I can get the stretch goals, and if they're good ones, then maybe
you'll make room.
Correct.
Maybe.
Right. Yeah. But at the same time, what Marco's saying, he's done with the clone troopers. You're right. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure the fans who are like Adam would disagree with you. But then you know what? They should be giving Adam troop builders on Hasbro Pulse. We have no type of troop builders over there either.
No.
But yet you can get ninjas and guards and who else? Who are the green guys? Like that all day over there on Pulse for troop builders.
Right.
We can't even get one damn stormtrooper, let alone a clone trooper or anything. Come on.
No,
that could be
their
great.
version is re-releasing it for troop building.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. At
Yeah.
22 something.
You know, us 3 3/4 inch figure collectors,
Yeah,
they
you
threw
got-
us
like I
a
said-
bone, and we got a Stormtrooper pack. I mean,
Still horrible.
now
That's cool, but it should
But
be
you know
go
what?
to Paul, buy it for a couple bucks.
the vintage collection has been largely ignored for quite some time. Well, they drop a figure here and a figure there, usually as a Walmart exclusive. And this past week, it felt to me like they were really catering towards the vintage collection collectors, which I did order all of them. But the Black Series ones were just like you guys are saying, it's terrible.
Mm-hmm. And see, with that being said, Scott,
HascCon.
Another thing with not only should we get new blood in there to do that, I also think that it should be separate.
Yeah.
We should have your Hasbro vintage collection team,
correct,
and you should have a Black Series team.
Yeah,
yes,
because both will sell. And you have 2 different collectors.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore. Scott would do that even more than Black Series.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes.
I mean,
it fits in with my collection. Yeah.
Correct. Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying.
I agree with that.
Why don't we have that?
Yeah.
All this time.
I agree with that. New blood, and again, maybe they're just saving a lot of that stuff for PulseCon.
Maybe.
We'll see.
I doubt it.
Man.
Nope.
Well, again,
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I want to see Marco snap his mic on the next thing when they show the next carbonized figures.
You watch, dude. Like I said, they're so. It's just it's so good not to reiterate. It's like they take the live stream notes and they go, "What are we doing wrong?" And look at all these comments. Next live stream, they do the exact same stuff, and then they go, "What are we doing wrong?" It's right there, man. Black and white.
Definition of insanity, my friends. Definition of insanity.
And that's what I'm saying. You know, Mujo, we have a love for it. We have a voice in it. It's not.
We're invested in this. Yeah, exactly.
Correct. Right.
Yeah.
It's why don't we have an answer for it? Because they haven't given an answer. Like you're saying, if you see
transparent,
come every live episode that you've done, and you're not changing it, then that's definitely something wrong. Yeah. Because you definitely have a chance to address it. We're in this day and age now.
We would
sitting
appreciate
behind
it more,
the
dude.
screen. Correct.
Yeah.
So why don't you come on a live and say, you know what? Why don't you put in the comments what you want more? What if we did this? Okay, here you go. You know what? We're going to go back to.
But the comment section is such a word vomit, just a waterfall of vitriol and vile and bile. It's it's awful. You can't pick out, what do you want to see more? And everybody be screaming.
That is correct, but it would be nice to actually see them because there's a lot of trolls. Those aren't collectors, those are just the trolls.
Right. You can separate.
You have it in everyone, correct. Yeah. But we wouldn't be talking about that on our next episode. We would be talking about how refreshing it was to see that they addressed it.
Yeah.
100
Do you get what I'm saying?
billion%. Yeah.
Trolls are going to be trolls no matter what.
I would respect the company to come out and say, look, we gave you these carbonized things because we were stalling or for 2 years, or we're switching gears and we have this new tech. But it's just like nothing, chirp, chirp, chirp. And then all of a sudden, like they've done in the past, like here's these 3 waves that are like really good. And then that was like, that'll shut them up for 2 years, and then
we did get
with the old body.
We did get news on the Razor Crest though.
Delayed.
Shocker.
We saw
I'm not
that
going to say
comment.
anything.
I know.
Yeah, I saw that comment, and whatever. Again, I'm patient. I'm a patient person when it comes to that.
That's just
I
the
don't
other
even
thing
have room
though.
right now for it. So.
The other reason I don't want to get the Rancor is because I've already got one. They've already got my money for something I haven't gotten yet.
Yeah,
really.
Right,
like,
this isn't an investment. Like we're not getting interest on this. That's $300 some dollars that is going to.
They are
$350. Yeah, of course.
They're getting interest on it. Yeah.
All right, guys. So. Again, okay, let's wrap it up. It's time. Thank you, everybody in the pit. That was awesome. Of course, you guys got the chance to rant. So did we. We will see you again next Monday because we're going to do this again next Monday and see what news comes out.
And Ernie's going to be there, right?
And Ernie is back. Ernie, it's good to see you, man. It's good to hear your voice.
Thank you. Glad to be back. Marco's going to come over tomorrow, and we're going to do this whole room and get it ready.
We're gonna tear everything down and rebuild it back up.
There you go.
Maybe not tomorrow, but
let's do it.
Yeah.
Damn it! I only have tomorrow.
I raid tomorrow, so it's like
All right.
Oh God.
All right, guys. All right, so Scott, go ahead and take us out. But I will say my goodbyes right now. So everybody, thank you very much. Ernie, it's so good to have you back. And Scott, take it away.
All right, so be sure to log on to Facebook, check out the Sarlacc Digest Central, where you can continue this conversation, and I'm sure we'll have a few posts in there with a little bit more rants going on. Also, check us out on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. The TikTok channel is still dropping the action figure review of the day, the 1 minute toy review. Sarlacc Digest podcast on TikTok. Ernie, are you still doing How We Do Disney?
Yeah, well, now that we're back. So
awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you can follow me on How We Do Disney to see what's going on in the park, our little adventures, and everything new, because that's our getaway. So
yeah,
I can't wait.
Awesome. And then make sure you guys log on to Tashi Station Emporium and see what Mr. Marco here is pulling off. Marco, didn't you have a big time name start following you the other day on Tashi Station?
Yeah, I want to shout out Yakface for giving me a follow, and I thought that was cool.
Wow,
because he's a big name in the collectors, in the reveal section, as long as with the Toy Amigos here and everything, and I felt kind of proud of that. I was like, check this out. He follows 900 people, and I'm one of them. That's a lot, but he has 58,000 followers too. So, but.
No, anyway. That is big time.
Yeah, anyway,
that's awesome.
To me, that means you're doing something good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yeah,
I mean, of course, I started this venture, and I will be. Hopefully, I can do like a main sponsorship to this show and do some giveaways of stands and all that stuff. And
Spaceballs.
I appreciate you a lot for shouting me out, and everybody that's been supporting me in this venture. There are some people in the pit that have bought in my stands also, and I just continue to do it because obviously people want them, and I guess they're good.
This mofo can't keep stuff in stock. Let's put it that way. He's having it's insane.
I had to buy 2 more 3D printers to keep up. So
very cool.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Also, check out our Patreon. Please consider becoming a Patreon member of our show. We will give you a shout out at every one of our episodes. Patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest Podcast. There are tiers. If one of the tiers, I will draw you an original drawing and I will mail that son of a buckwheat pancake out to you. So you just log on there, join us on Patreon. Also, we're going to be at Unicon in Las Vegas, October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Check that out. It is at the World Market Center down off of, I don't know, it's the far end of the strip. So come down there, check us out, and say hi. Get a drawing,
Unicon.vegas.com.
No, it's not .com. It is unicon.vegas.
Unicon.vegas.
Yes. And you can buy that special Ashley Eckstein autograph package that includes the poster I drew.
Includes the artwork by Scott Kruger.
I am still kind of floored by that.
That's awesome. But yeah,
if you're my name near hers, it's weird.
If you're in the area and you're coming to come say hi, we could just talk Star Wars, man. I would love to. That'd be awesome. Yeah. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I think
it is. It is going to be a lot of fun. That's it for me. Anything from you, Ernie?
If you're into Toy Talk, make sure and check out the Toy Migos. Tuesdays with Cheney and the Chat Migos to go over things. And then Thursday night, you can join Cheney, myself, Adam, Dario, and Johnny as we go over the week stuff, let you know what's new, what's coming out, special interviews and everything. It's, all toy news over there. And then, like you said, too, check out our Instagram, How We Do Disney page, if you want some Disney love and pictures to get away from the world. Amazing. So like that, yeah. And I'll work on getting the Hasbro team reassigned over there.
Or just come on and we'll have a nice discussion with no yelling.
Right? Yeah, we totally could.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious about it. I mean, I would love to do it, like just to get a little bit of thought process what goes behind sometimes, and reassure the fans here that the guys that are paying money to do this, that don't worry, be happy. All right, cool. So with that,
keep it nerdy, everybody.